God, I yearn for the days when gold was £1,000 an ounce. Look at that, £1,000, well, 1,015 and 60 Great British pennies back in 2017 for a 1 ounce Britannia. That kind of money now gets you just about 1.5 sovereigns. So a very big difference in the price of gold over that time period. And now with gold getting even more all-time highs, crossing that threshold of £2,500 an ounce very soon, I have no doubt. It certainly does make me think about the composition of my investments and what's right for me. The time of big gold is gone. The liability of having 2 ounce gold coins or beautiful old circulation Soles coins, 1.3-ish ounces of beautiful gold here, they're just a bit impractical now. So what does the future hold for gold and my stack? Let's find out. Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble, where we have down-to-earth discussions about all things precious and shiny. And it's a gold-centered day today because gold is getting expensive again. It feels that way, it looks that way, and when you look at the charts and the actual price here, it is right now at the time of filming £2,491 and 65 Great British pennies, with a week and all-time high, in fact, of just shy of £2,500. It's certainly getting very expensive and seemingly unobtainable for a lot of people in certain sizes. 1 ounce gold, 1 ounce for £2,500. That's an awful lot of money to be putting into a single gold coin. And it's a bit of a threshold moment as well, because there are obstacles with regards posting coins that are now 1 ounce or bigger. I've got a 2 ounce gold coin here, which is nearly £5,000 for a single coin. Absolutely mental to think about that. Certainly, I mean, I bought this for about 4,000 when I bought it. So it's crazy how much it's gone up in price just over a short period of time. But those £2,500 thresholds do make quite difficult thinking, I think, for a lot of stackers. And I saw the writing on the wall last year when gold was starting to move up. And I've been in this game for 10 years now, stacking gold for a long time, and I knew straight off the bat that my stack needed to change. Not just because of the fact that at some point it was going to go over £2,500 an ounce and postage would be an issue, because it's not an unsurmountable obstacle, but just simply to have that variation, that additional flexibility within my stack. So I went fractional, got rid of a bunch of my big gold for fractionals. I've still got some big gold, don't get me wrong. I do like a big chunky Britannia, but seems now 1 ounce gold and above, quintuple sovereigns being an example, 2 ounce golds from the Perth Mint Lunar, they are just too big and gold is too expensive. Now that's a bit of a first world problem, isn't it? Oh my goodness, my gold is far too expensive and I can't possibly fathom about how I might sell it. That certainly does seem like a bit of a first world issue and problem, but it's the stacker's quandary. It really is that all-time stacker's quandary of we want our gold and silver to go up in value and to get these brilliant returns on our investments. But at the same time, we don't, because we are magpies and we want to keep buying our gold. Now look at this, 1 ounce gold, Britannia 2010, beautiful coin, love it to bits. Didn't get rid of some of the ones that I really liked. It was just the really bog standard Britannias. Bought in 2017 for £1,015 and 60 Great British pennies. 2.5 times return in that time period. Crazy. I didn't ever really think about it back when I got started stacking, that might have been an issue. But I guess when I got started stacking, it was a bit of a different world. There was pre-COVID, pre-Brexit, pre-crazy geopolitical situations in the world. It really was a different era, it seems, different time. And as a consequence, it never really passed my mind that gold could get to these points. I guess that's part of my message for those that are considering stacking now. Who knows where things will be in 10 years? I mean, look at about a year ago. In fact, let's look at this one here, APMEX, £2,505. Now this is about a 1.3 ounce gold coin. I remember when I bought this, spot, I guess it was around 2,000. There was a premium on top of this as well. I can't remember the exact price. I've got it all on my tracking spreadsheet. But there was a premium of about 15% on this coin. Just on spot price value alone now, this is over £3,000, if not a little bit more. I think it's like 3,200, something like that. So I've gained on that, even if I just take it to a dealer and get spot for it. No way I would do that for a few reasons. One, this coin is far too beautiful and lovely, and it's a bucket list coin. It's huge. It's one of the biggest coins you can get with just old school circulation coins. Yes, you can get 2-ounce gold coins like this, but this being a beautiful Perth Mint 999 fine gold, I don't want to get it out of the capsule and touch it. These coins here were made to be handled and circulated and loved. So shout at me in the comments all you like if you don't like me handling coins. It's provocative, it gets the people going. But my point here still stands that I did not fathom that gold would go up that much in such a short space of time. Whether it'll come back down, there'll of course be dips in the market, of course there will be, but there are some serious considerations for stackers to think about. And that's where I want to jump into talking about Postage, because whilst it's not the sexiest subject to talk about with gold, it is an important thing to think about. Now, what I've said consistently over the 10 years of doing, well, 9 years of doing videos, 10 years of doing stacking to myself at least, I've always said, what's your exit strategy? What are you going to do with the gold or silver that you have? And my strategy at the beginning, before I had sort of the social media that I have and the online presence that I have, would have been just take it to a dealer, get it sold. So it didn't matter really what size things were and whether or not I would need to worry about posting, because I could just go to a dealer and get it all done and dusted. But of course, you do not get the best prices from dealers, and that's just the way the world is. They're not there to rip you off. Just worry about your returns, your money. They are there as a business. They don't give you charity. They don't act as a public service. They are just there to run their business. So if you want to bypass the dealers, you have to think about selling on your own on various different platforms, Facebook or whatever it's called, Bookie, FaceTime, and the Silver Forum, the Gold Forum, the new forum that's coming up, which is going to be very exciting to talk about when that's ready. And plenty of other places, Instagram, YouTube, here, even my buyers club. So there are plenty of different avenues to do that, but you have to put in the work. And you then have to take the personal risk and liability of that. And that is a big factor right now. And I've seen some interesting discussions emerge on the Silver Forum about this very subject, because there have been instances recently where special delivery items of an ounce of gold that has been sent out were very delayed, or in fact on the brink of missing. And the liability is a really important thing to think about. Now, it's not known very widely, but here in the United Kingdom, special delivery, it's like an insured, whatever you call it in America, insured tracked registered delivery, I think you call it. It's insured up to £2,500 if you pay the premium on that postage. But if what you're sending is worth more than £2,500, then that insurance is invalidated. It's in their terms and conditions. If you if you under-declare insurance, or if you put too much value in over the insurance, they have the right to just say, well, tough cookie, nothing's there, absolutely nothing. So you run this risk. And if you're a private buyer, then you've got those risks of buying from somebody. And there was a situation on the forum where a buyer bought, it didn't arrive. It was a good couple of weeks later. The seller had put in some claims with Royal Mail. They were investigating. They hadn't given him any payout yet. And the seller either wouldn't or couldn't pay the buyer the money back. So the buyer was kind of left in limbo and sat there, and in fact had to make some public posts, not naming and shaming, but just going, hey, is this normal? Is this all right? And when you're a consumer in the world of business, you buy from a business, then you have lots of consumer rights, and yeah, you'd probably just be fine getting your money back, or at least if the seller was playing silly buggers about it, you'd have a very clear-cut legal case to get that money back. But on a private sale, you have nada, no rights whatsoever. And it does put it into perspective. You know, I see a lot of people who take chances, who buy an ounce of gold on the forum or buy more than an ounce of gold and be like, yeah, just send it through this service that's, not insured. Or now we might face a situation where if somebody wants to sell a 1 ounce gold, they go, well, it's buyer's liability. And that's not necessarily the morally right thing to do. Legally, I guess it's the right thing to do, because legally the buyer has no rights when it comes to this, but it doesn't feel right to me. I have, of course, an interesting hat to wear, because I have a business that sells precious metals in the form of my hand-poured silver. It's not often that bits of my hand-poured silver go over that £2,500 limit, but there are cases where I send large batches of bits to, for example, Edinburgh, or for the assay office, or for my customers that order, say, a chess set and things like that, and we have to split that up into different packages. We often then will, I'll just have to take that risk and that liability sometimes. Like, for example, I'm sending up to Edinburgh just this next week 3 1 kilo silver pieces. And at current spot price, it's fine. But if spot jumps up just a little bit more, that's going to be very close to the £2,500 limit. And then you have to think about third-party insurance. So goods in transit insurance, for example, for businesses. And you can get that as private as well. But a prime example of that would be coins that I've bought from an auction house, way in excess of £2,500. The additional insurance on just one parcel was £40. Plus you have to still pay the postage. So £60 just to post one parcel. Big changes, big differences, and that eats into your bottom line. So I guess what I'm saying is that it's great for gold to go up, isn't it? We all want gold to go up, but at the same time we don't, I suppose, because we want to buy more gold. I would love gold to be back down at £1,000 an ounce so I can back up the truck. Hindsight being a wonderful thing, why did I not liquidate every single asset in my life and put it into gold? Well, the simple answer for that is that every other asset in my life has gone down in value because the pound has gone down in value. That's what gold does. It protects against that hedge inflationary change in the value of your currency. It's not an investment. It can be an investment, but it's really not. In these strange times, it can almost seem like an investment because you're getting better returns than you are, say, on the stock markets or from savings accounts and things like that. But it's not really, in my mind, an investment. It's a protection. It's an insurance policy. And I would never go all in on anything. Please don't. God, I don't give financial advice to the channel, but if you take one thing away from this, is don't go all in on anything, certainly gold. But still, the fact remains that we're in this weird world where gold, I think, is still going to continue to rise. I can see £3,000 an ounce gold coming one day very soon, whether it be this year. I don't think it will be quite this year, but at the rate that it's going, it could very well be this year, quite frankly. And then we'll be in a real pickle because the smaller bits of gold, so half ounce of gold right now, 1,250. Half ounce of gold is where an ounce of gold was 5 years ago. Put that in perspective. So where are we going to be in 5 years' time? Will half an ounce of gold be worth more than 2,500? Now, a sovereign right now is just under a quarter of an ounce of gold. A sovereign right now is where an ounce of gold was 12 years ago. Okay, so 12 years ago, your money could buy this. And now it buys this. Let's get it in focus. Let's do that again. So 12 years ago, your money could buy that. Now it buys that. Put that in perspective. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah. So where will things be in another 12 years? I can very easily say, no, you see, I've made a mistake here. These are half sovereigns. So I need to get a real sovereign. Oh, I'll tell you what, here's a sneak peek for all of you beautiful Backyard Bullion Buyers Club members. And something for you to quote me down in the comment section. This is an 1825 sovereign. I've pulled the trigger on a bucket list coin and I'm so happy with it. This is to companion my 2025 special sovereign set. It's really good. Bought from Coins of the Realm Auctions. Long-term partner and sponsor of our channel, and I'm very happy with it. Came with a lovely little velvety bag too. Brilliant. Anyway, Cool Kids Club members, quote me 1825 down in the comments about this beautiful coin, and we'll be showing it at some point on the channel in all of its glory. But still, the point is, 12 years ago, you could buy this, an ounce of gold, or today you can buy a sovereign. You put that in perspective, and it really does make you think about where things could be. So I guess from my perspective as a stacker, it's great news. I'm making bank on some of the coins that I bought a long time ago, but also I'm very worried about the way the world is going and I want to buy more gold. And it does seem a little bit of a stretch and pressure to be able to buy more gold at these prices. But as I've said before, if you're buying for the long haul, who knows where it's going to be? And quite frankly, as I've demonstrated here, in 5 years, 12 years, 20 years, 50 years, for future generations, who knows where things will be. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it develops. So love to know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. So please let me know what you're stacking right now, what you're thinking when it comes to gold. Is it unobtainable for you? Are you skewing? That's a good word. Are you eschewing the 1 ounce gold size and above? The 5 sovereign pieces, are they just now unobtainium because of these other restrictions that are put on their flexibility? Or are you a little bit like me and just one day, when the timing's right, when things are right for you, you're just going to take them to a dealer and it's just going to be fine. It won't matter one bit. Let me know what you think down below. Otherwise, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.